Hello everyone, my name is Mark and I'm coming to you today off my deck here in sunny Florida. Today I would like to show you how easy it is for you to put one of your favorite plants into a pot that you can maintain as your own potted garden that you can place either on your deck or your front porch or some favorite place in your yard. What I have today and what I'm going to plant today is a hibiscus. It's very tropical, it does extremely well here in Florida. It likes the humidity, it likes the rain, all that good stuff. So, to start, I purchased my pot, and I purchased all of this from Lowe's. It's just a barrel-looking pot, but it's plastic. It holds up better in the weather. And before you begin is obviously I punched out the holes that it has so you have proper drainage. If you have a pot that does not have holes that you can punch out for drainage, you will need to use your typical drill and drill some holes in there. Typically I like putting in 4 so it has sufficient drainage for the soil to drain properly. The plant, as I said earlier, is a hibiscus. It's a nice looking hibiscus. It should do great here in a pot. The reason I chose to put it in a pot is if I planted this in the yard, I live in a community that has a lot of deer, and deer loves to eat hibiscus. So do not plant it in a yard where you have access to deer that they can come on. On my deck where I'm going to place it is obviously closed in, so no deer will come up on here. So anyway, my hibiscus is what I'm going to be planting today, as I said earlier. And a good thing I'd like you to know when you're putting these plants in together is that always it leaves no guesswork for you. When you purchase a plant, and which I said I purchased earlier from Lowe's, it comes with a card, and on the back of the card has instructions on how to maintain or how to care for this plant. In this case, the hibiscus, for your information, it likes light, so it likes full sun. It likes to be watered well, not drowned, but watered well. And it gets to about, in a pot, which is another thing I want to back up and say, the size pot you get is typically how large your plant is going to get. So if you want to maintain it at a certain size, you get a smaller pot. Here I have a fairly wide mouth pot, so it's going to grow a little and it'll get a little bushy, but that'll be okay. The temperature for these, anything below 50 degrees, it's not going to do the greatest. It may weather it. However, it is a tropical plant, as I said earlier, so it likes the warmth and it likes the humidity. The soil that I like to use, which you can use any type of potting soil, but what I like is I like Miracle-Gro. I've always had success with Miracle-Gro, and I go back and forth. I go back to Miracle-Gro regularly. The mix is just a normal potting mix. It says here, grow plants twice as big, and it feeds the plant the fertilizer that's in it for up to 6 months. So I'm happy with that. So to begin, I'm just going to pour a little soil into the pot. Let me open up the bag. And I have my trusty little spade here. And I would just like to go ahead and put a little soil into the pot like this. Now when you're putting in the soil, obviously make sure you keep it loose and bring it to a height at the bottom. Put enough soil at the bottom so that when you put your plant in, it's over the rim of the pot. So I'm just going to put in a little more, like so. Okay, put that to the side. Okay, mix it up a little. And now I'm ready to put in the plant. Now, when you're putting in a plant, I want you to be very, very careful not to disturb the root structure. Hence, I like to call it the root ball. So, when you're removing it from the pot, just simply squeeze the pot that it came in. Okay, so it loosens it a little. And then gently, over your pot that you're going to be putting it in, slide it out. Like so. Looks like this one was double potted. So just slide it out like so that you see the entire root ball is in place. Simply just put right in the center of the pot And then get some more of your soil. Use your spade. And what you want to do is fill in around the pot. Get all the soil in so it makes it nice and tight. That's what I'm going to do now. And keep it even throughout. Keep doing this. Keep it level, keep it straight. And it stays nicely in the center. And if you want to speed it up a little bit, depending on the room you have, you can just push the plant back a little bit, or a little soil in. Like so. Shake it a bit. And get it in. So you get the idea. I have a little more to go, but I will continue filling the soil to bring it all the way up to the top of the pot. Maybe leave it a little inch lower. But once you get that in, water your plant thoroughly and set it out wherever you'd like. And with that, you too can grow your own potted plant and have success at it. These tips have worked for me in the past, and I thoroughly enjoy it. For any more tips, I'd like you to visit me at my website, gardeningfordummies.net, to get some other tips on how to grow different types of plants throughout your yard and or potted plants. Until we talk again, I will see you later. Bye.